my name is Danielle. This is my channel Start Pages. Today I'm going to be filming 10 things I hate in books, meaning when I read books, if I see this, if I'm feeling petty enough, I'll take off like half a star sometimes, and like it really ruins my enjoyment of the book. And most of the time I see it in like Wattpad books, and I was like, okay, this is just a Wattpad book thing, and I'll give it leeway. But then I see it in like actual published books, and it's even worse because, you know, it's published and some of them don't make any sense to me. And you know, like when somebody asks you what your favorite book is and you forget every single book you read in existence, that might happen to me right now. So if I give you examples from movies and TV shows, just so you know what I'm talking about, then that doesn't mean I didn't see it in any books. It's just, you know, that's the only thing that comes to my mind right now. So the first thing is human boys growling. Like you read a YA contemporary or just an adult contemporary or anything, and they're humans because it's a contemporary, and the person is growling even because they're upset, they're jealous or anything. I don't like it. It doesn't make any sense to me, because why are they growling? How do they possess the ability to growl? And I always imagine a dog, the sound of a dog growling when I read it, and it makes me very uncomfortable because they are supposed to be human beings, like actual people, not werewolves, not anything. So it doesn't make any sense. It's not connecting in my brain. It doesn't match why these characters are growling, and I don't like to see it. I really don't like to see it, especially when they're like doing it possessively, or like they're in a steamy moment and he's like all riled up and everything and he's growling. I don't like that. I don't like that, and it needs to stop. I don't like it. No, makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like it. Number 2 is when character A chooses to be with character B over a good opportunity. So like, it's like if character A and character B are in high school and character B is going to a community college, and character A got into their like dream college Ivy League before they met character B in, you know, that one moment when, you know, they meet cute in high school and whatever, and then she decides to go to community college with that boy instead of taking her scholarship because she wants to be with him. That's stupid. Stop it. Or like when they're working and she gets a new job opportunity and character A doesn't take the job because things are just starting to work between character A and character B. And if they left, like they couldn't do long distance or something. No, stop it. Like I don't understand. And it like usually happens with like the girl, she gets an opportunity and she wants to be with the guy, and the guy doesn't want her to leave because, you know, oh, we just got together, blah, blah, blah. Stop it. You worked hard for that. Is the camera lean? Okay, I checked and I couldn't tell if it was lean or not. So if it's lean, I apologize. So the only thing I can think of right now is in that movie, I don't remember what the movie is called. It's like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or something, and they broke up, and at the end of the movie, she quit her job at the journaling place that she was working at, and she gets in a job opportunity at this better place where she gets to write stories that she actually wants. And then the guy rides up in a motorcycle and he confesses like, oh my god, I'm in love with you, blah blah blah, which doesn't make any sense because she was a terrible girlfriend. She was pretending like what the character that she was putting on so that she could get him to break up with her. Like the whole point of the movie, it was terrible. So I don't understand why he fell in love with her, but that's not the point of this video. Yeah, she didn't go to the interview. They went back to his apartment at the end of the movie, and that's how it ends, like with them riding back to his apartment, and they tell the taxi that she was in, that was carrying her to the airport, to go to the place to bring back her stuff to her house. And why? It doesn't make any sense. It not maths. It don't maths. It now maths at all. It never made no sense to me. Why? Like you're about to be able to write the stories you want, get paid for. You're going to be a journalist who is writing the articles and shit that you want to write, right? After you've been at this company for how long, writing fashion or relationship column things, and you hated it, and you finally get an opportunity, you're probably going to get the job, and what? And it's not even like they couldn't be, they could still, like, especially if they could be together, and this character has this big job opportunity or school opportunity or any opportunity, and they could still be together, and that character A could still go do their thing. It just upsets me. it upsets me. And I've read it in books and I don't like it. It needs to stop. Number 3 is long embarrassing scenes, because here's the thing. I get secondhand embarrassment really easily. I get secondhand embarrassment from embarrassing scenes. I get secondhand embarrassment from scenes that are not embarrassing to characters but are very embarrassing to me. So like in shows and in TV shows and movies, let me give you an example. In Anything E, which is one of my favorite TV shows, season 1, like the first couple episodes are like the first, at least like before Gilbert comes, or like even when Gilbert comes, like the first 4 episodes or stuff are filled with long embarrassing scenes. And I'm like, okay, in a TV show, I can turn down the volume, put like, if it's like a character talking, I can turn down the volume and turn on the subtitles and like watch and like read it, or I can leave the volume up. It like depends on how embarrassing it is. I can leave the volume up and not watch the scene, or I can just skip over it and find out what happened from like context clues in the next part of the scene, because sometimes like something really important happens. But in the book, you can't just skip over the embarrassing scene, right? Because it's a book. You can't skip over it. And how am I supposed to live like that? I can't live like that. I can't be reading the book and I'm there dying of embarrassment. I have to close. Sometimes I just have to close the book and put it down and leave and like go on and do something else. And that can put me in that puts me in a reading slump sometimes, because I'm embarrassed for these people. And I'm like, okay, cool. I just need to calm down. And I close the book. I don't read the scene because I cannot manage it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make some hot chocolate, or I'm going to do this and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I come back, and because I know that I'm going to have to read the embarrassing scene one way or the other, I don't want to open the book anymore. And like, I really like the book, so I don't want to start another book or start another book, but I keep thinking about how when I go back to that book, I'm going to have to read embarrassing scenes and put me in a reading slump. And it's not like I don't want to finish the book, because I really like the book, otherwise I wouldn't put myself through that. I wouldn't care, because I would DNF the book, but I really like the book, and I like the story, so I can't DNF it, and it just ruins everything else. So long, like if it's like a couple lines, then I can get over, but like long, embarrassing scenes, don't do that. Okay, this is number 4. When it's like between, what's that romance called? What's the trope called? When they're not, I can't remember the word. When the characters are not supposed to be together. Like, I think they're, oh my god, I'm going to sit down and try to figure out this word. Anyways, yeah, it happens in those kind of stories where like the characters are not supposed to be together, either like because they're enemies, like their kingdoms are enemies, or forbidden romance. Oh my god, forbidden romance, that's what. Or it's like a regular contemporary where the characters fall in love or something, and then something happens, and then character B is like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have let myself fall in love with you because this would happen. And they say it out loud to character A. That is rude and disrespectful. Why would you, like, imagine you there with somebody and like you there with somebody and something happened. It's not like there's nothing like a big thing, right? I remember I read it in a book. I remember when I read it, like the most recent time I read it, and I was putting it in this list because I already filmed this video one time, but I didn't like it, so I'm doing it over. This wasn't on the list, but I just moved it up. It wasn't on the list, but I just finished that book and the character did it, and I was like, oh no, don't do that. No. Like I would have slapped somebody. Like how are you going to tell me that this is the reason you shouldn't have fallen for me, or like this is the reason I didn't want to be with you? I'm like, excuse me? Then why you're doing it different? Oh, you shouldn't have. Then leave. Like nobody asked you to. I cannot comprehend what kind of person would say that to the person they're with. And it's not even like they break up. It's no. Usually when that happens, it's like, oh, this is the reason I shouldn't have fallen in love with you, and then they kiss and it's blah blah blah. No. Excuse you? No. Something's going to happen. You're like, oh, I know this is the reason I shouldn't have fallen in love with you. What? Go on about your business and please leave me alone. No, stop it right now. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it. The next thing I remember this was like a theme in werewolf books on Wattpad, and then it started happening in published books, and not even just like fantasy, in contemporary too, and like other genres. Like what else is there that's like, yeah, contemporary romance, but like is either fantasy or sci-fi, right? Right? You know, like genres. It's not. It's just like not where the character is like a shifter or they have magical powers or something. When the female character, like before we meet the character, or even like when we meet the character, we are told that this character is so strong, so powerful. Let me give you an example in the Wattpad books. We hear that this character is like the alpha of their pack, or they're the best warrior, or the best tracker, and no, like tracker, no, not for this. They're the best warrior of their pack, and they're like they rose through the ranks, and anybody who challenged them lose immediately, blah 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 blah. And we're like, yeah, this is a strong character. And we're like, meet them, and they're strong for like 5 seconds. 5 seconds, and then the love interest come in, and suddenly this girl cannot tie her shoelaces by herself. Like the girl will get captured because why? She's walking and somebody comes and just grabs her. I'm like, are you not a fighter? You can't do any. She's just like, oh my god, no, blah. Like you just, and then them tie you up. Them tie her up like I'm just building a scene in my head. Like this scene is not even from a specific book. I'm building the scene in my head right now, and it's getting me upset. I'm trying to like give an example, and I can't think of a specific scene because I can't think of any books I've read. And I'm building a scene in my head to tell you about it, and it's just upsetting me. So like the girl gets kidnapped, and then they tie her up with duct tape. And you know how many YouTube videos, TikToks teach you how to get out of duct tape easily if you ever get kidnapped. And the girl is just sitting down there and then waiting for the love interest to come, beats up everybody, rescue her. And she's like, oh my god, you saved me, blah 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 blah. The character we heard about, the character we get. Like throw it all away. That shit away. I don't want it. No. Give it away. Give it to somebody else. Because I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. I went in the character. This character is supposed to be strong. They're supposed to be able to wield 4 swords at once. And like I never opened this book for this girl to become her partner's lapdog. No. You're supposed to be like the best warrior the world has ever seen. And no, you can't brush your teeth by yourself. Like, I'm exaggerating now. But seriously, when the next thing, this is number 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6. When it's a found family thing, or like a team of people, and like we have the chosen one, or is it even like a pair, like the chosen one and their sidekick, like the chosen one and their best friend or something, and the chosen one has all the powers, and then the sidekick is helping them with the questions because they're best friends, but the sidekick don't have any powers. The sidekick can't do anything except for for emotional support. I'm like, yeah, emotional support is good and everything, but what when you get kidnapped and the chosen one can't help you until you're dead, and then boom, it's supposed to be like some character development for it's supposed to be character development for the chosen one because the best friend is dead or something. It upsets me. At least give them a fighting chance. If that's what you're going to do it for, give them a fighting chance. But it's like even if the character doesn't die, but like when you get separated, what are you going to do? Like they can't do anything. They can't fight. They don't have any powers. They just rely on the chosen one for everything. And I don't like it because it's just like you do have emotional support and your best friend or whatever, but you're slowing the character down. This quest could have been finished 5 days ago if you didn't trip over the trees every time you walked in the forest. No, I don't like it. Stop it. I don't. If you're going to do that, at least let them be able to do something. Let them have a magic bag that can carry all the weapons, or and let them be the only person who can carry the bag or something. I don't know. But if they can't do anything and they're just there because the main character is their best friend, No, and it doesn't have to be a fantasy. It's like contemporary or one of those YA romance things. And like you have the main character who's going to fall in love with somebody, and then the best friend. Usually it's like the main character is boring and the best. No, whatever. That's not what we're talking about. The main character can play soccer. Anyways, when I say it like that, can play football. You know, soccer, wherever you come from. Can play football, and the best friend, it's not even like they just can't do sports and they're a nerd or something. No, the best friend is just existing. And you know, that's fine. But then character A, like the main character, is going to parties and everybody's like, oh hey character, and it's like, oh, the best friend. Like that's so embarrassing. I don't like it. Stop it. Please. Thank you. This one, I don't like it because I don't think it's a real thing. And even if it is, I can't do it, so I don't like it. when when they said they saw emotions pass through somebody's eyes, how? What are you seeing? Please teach me the ways, because you know the eyes are the window to the soul. Well, the shades are up for me. The curtains, they're closed whenever I try to see things, because I've been reading the same book with the people I'm in high school. Character A and character B are fighting, or they're having a conversation before they get together, and then they see hurt and something else flash across their eyes, or they see amusement and something else, and I know that is love because it's a romance. I'm like, oh my god, girl, it's just love, or oh my god, character, it's love that crossed through the eyes, and I know that. But I also don't know that because I've never seen that. Like I don't know how to read people's eyes. Do I look like a fortune teller? I don't know how to do that, and I don't think people can do that. So I don't like it. I don't think people can do that. If you can, then you need to teach me, because I don't like not being able to do it, and I'm seeing it so often, and I need to stop shaking my head. I don't like it. Because it's not real. I don't think it's real. No, magic is real. Yes, unicorns are real. I don't care. Mermaids are real, but nobody can read emotions flashing across people's eyes. That is a myth. I don't like it. I don't like it. I will accept. Did I break my wrist? Because it hurts. Did I sprain my wrist talking? Anyways, I believe mermaids exist in the ocean, in the lakes and the rivers and everything. I believe you saw a unicorn. I believe you saw fairies. I will not believe you are talking to a person and you see emotions flash through their eyes. If you tell me that, that's over. It's over. I'm never having a conversation with you ever again. But I am not looking at you. I'm not thinking, no. Like, you just delete it from my life because I don't believe you. And I find it very disrespectful that you will come to me and tell me that you saw that. Or I'm supposed to read a book that you wrote where the character saw that, because they can't. They can't. How long was I talking about this? The next thing, I forgot numbers. I'm not even going to count anymore. I don't know what number this is, and I'm not going to count on paper because I'm sorry. When the entire school, this happened in the YA romances in the high school, and character when they're in high school, and the popular guy falls for the nerdy girl, or vice versa, or whatever. But when the entire school, something, they have the thing where like all the girls want to date him and all the boys want to be him, and when they say all the girls want to date him and all the guys want to be him, and even some guys want to date him and some girls want to be him, blah blah blah. I don't believe that is possible, because according to everything else I've read, people have types. Like, that's a thing, right? I wouldn't know. I never had a crush. People have types, right? I don't know how they work, but like, people have types. So there's no way every single person in the school can like this character. There's no way like all the teachers like this student, because teachers are mean. Like, in my experience, teachers are mean. And like, it's not just like my experience, because my teachers don't like. I just know that like teachers, sometimes they're the best students in the class. They're not a teacher's pet or good teachers or anything. They're just good. Just like, they're just existing and they're good. But teachers doesn't like them. Just they just get a vibe and they don't like them, right? So there's no way every teacher. I really think I hurt my wrist and I don't know how. There's no way every teacher likes their students. There's no way every girl has a crush on this guy. There's no way every guy wants to be this guy. Because, and like, even without the type and the crush, sometimes you just get a vibe from a person and you don't like them and you're just waiting on something to happen, like, oh, see, that's why I never like you. Yeah, everybody has that one person who they're like, for some reason I don't like this person. So there's no way the entire school population has a crush on this person. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it. No, it needs to stop. Because it's not realistic. It's not realistic. Not realistic. I will never believe it. That's an emotion thing. I will never believe it. When the character doesn't use their powers when it matters, and this can tie into the female character, the badass female character who can do anything when they meet their love interest, but it sometimes lies by itself. And the one example I can think of that really made me upset when I saw it was in Avatar: The Last Airbender. I didn't really like it. I didn't hate the show. I didn't like it. I didn't finish it on Netflix, and I didn't watch it when it was showing on TV when I was younger or whatever. When Aang he learned how to waterbend. Him and Katara learned how to waterbend, and then he is fighting the firebenders, and this man is doing everything except waterbending, unless, and something I noticed, unless Katara started waterbending first, and then he, the team thing with the whatever. Unless Katara started waterbending first, Aang would not waterbend. And I'm like, bro, you can't fight. Like, I know you can blow out fire, but sometimes water is just the option. Sometimes. Like, I'm no Avatar, but I think you should be waterbending at this moment. Or earthbending. He learned how to earthbend and he didn't use it. And I'm like, why? Like, this man going into a fight and he's fighting everything with air. Like, sir, you can't win every fight with air. It's air. Like, everything everything. Stop it. Yeah, if you don't use your powers, why you have them? Like, give them to me or something. God, this world kind of boring still. If you're not going to use their powers, give them to me. I will use them. Thank you. The last thing is when characters can't be in a relationship because their parents forbid them from being with that person because of family history. I don't like it. I would understand if it was like character B's father killed character A's mother, sister, and them know that, but character A father not in jail, and they're like, okay, you can't do that because, and character B is still, I forgot what I was saying. I forgot whose character was character A and character B. Character A's father killed character B's aunt, and character A's father is not in jail, and character A is still, familial and stuff, and close to their father and whatever. And like, oh, we don't want you to go over there because your aunt got murdered by this person, and we don't want you to get murdered too. It's like some foolishness, like character A and character B father work in the same company, and character A father got the promotion and character B father never get the promotion. And it's not even like said the man them poor now because he never get the promotion and him never need the promotion and him teeth the promotion. Like sometimes him teeth the promotion, but sometimes like him don't get the promotion, but him still go on in life and both of them still rich. Like don't like I don't understand. You're going to tell character B that them can do character A because character A father or character A mother get your promotion and you still get a promotion later on and you're still rich. I don't like it. Because that's stupid. It's really stupid. Anyways, that was 10, hopefully. I hope I can count. That was 10. So please check out the description for links to my other social medias and to my blog, and for ways to help different things that's going on in the world right now. My affiliate link, and I think that's everything. Just check out my description, please. Thank you. Regarding liking, commenting, and subscribing, do what you want. Bye. Happy holidays.